Hey everyone! Welcome to Nanuya channel. Today we're talking about those hard to talk about subjects, the kind of things that can really weigh on your soul, like toxic relationships, toxic workplaces, toxic habits, and yes, even toxic thoughts. Whether it's a friend who's draining your energy, a job that's sucking the life out of you, or a mindset that keeps you stuck in negative patterns, we're going to break it all down. And we're going to talk about how it's not just something that appears for a moment, but often it sticks around till the end, unless we make the decision to deal with it. Toxicity isn't just about bad behavior or negative energy, it's a whole attitude, a mindset, or an environment that wears you down over time. It can manifest as manipulation, passive aggressiveness, constant drama, emotional abuse, or even subtle undermining. The worst part? It often doesn't start out obviously toxic. It builds up bit by bit until you're drowning in it, wondering how you even got here. It's like that frog in boiling water analogy, where you don't realize how bad things are until it's almost too late. So let's talk about some of the signs that you're dealing with toxicity in your life, maybe in a relationship, or your workplace, or even just within your own thoughts. What are some red flags, right? One of the first things to look out for is consistency, and I mean negative consistency. If you're constantly feeling drained, unappreciated, or like you're walking on eggshells around a person, that's a huge red flag. And it's not just about those big blow-up moments. It's those little jabs, the comments that chip away at your confidence. It's also the inability to communicate openly, or someone always shifting blame onto you. When it's a relationship, whether it's with a partner, friend, or family member, sometimes it feels like you're trying to constantly prove your worth. It's like they don't see you for who you truly are, or they always make you feel like you're not good enough. And what's worse is when they never apologize for their behavior, or they blame you for everything. That's toxic. And sometimes, the most toxic relationship you're dealing with isn't even with someone else. It's the one you have with yourself. The way you talk to yourself, the constant negative self-talk, that voice in your head telling you that you'll never be enough, that you're not worthy of love or success. That's the kind of toxicity that lingers long-term. And I think a lot of people don't realize how much their own negative thinking feeds into their unhappiness. But once you acknowledge that, you can start shifting things. But Jake, what if someone doesn't even know they're in a toxic situation or mindset? What are some steps they can take to start noticing it? The first step is awareness. It's about checking in with yourself regularly. Ask yourself, how do I feel after I interact with this person? How do I feel about myself after spending time in this environment? If your answer is exhausted, unappreciated, stressed, or less than, it's time to dig deeper. Sometimes you need an outside perspective. Talking to a trusted friend, or even a therapist can help you see things more clearly. And then, once you recognize it, it's all about setting boundaries. That's the toughest part for a lot of people. Toxic people or environments don't like boundaries because it means they can't feed off your energy anymore. But setting clear boundaries is essential for protecting your peace. Boundaries are so key, Sarah. They're not just for protecting you from others, they're also for protecting you from yourself. Sometimes, we allow toxic patterns to continue because we don't think we deserve better, or we feel guilty for putting ourselves first. But you do deserve better. You deserve peace, you deserve respect, and most importantly, you deserve to feel whole. And here's the thing, healing from toxicity isn't easy and it isn't quick. It takes time, and there will be moments where you question your decisions. You'll wonder if you're overreacting, or if maybe you're the one in the wrong. But you've got to trust your gut. Trust the feeling that something doesn't feel right and start making small steps to change it. Whether that means having a tough conversation, cutting someone off, or even reevaluating your own habits, it's all part of the process. And for those who are dealing with toxic environments at work or in a family situation, remember this. It's okay to seek outside help. Therapy, coaching, and even support groups can be crucial in navigating these tough situations. And remember, the most important thing is that you don't have to stay in toxicity forever. You don't have to allow it to be your story. It's going to be hard. It's going to require work. but you have the strength to remove yourself from toxic people, places, and thoughts. You deserve happiness, peace, and growth. So, to anyone out there listening who feels stuck in a toxic loop, just know that you're not alone. It's never too late to change the course of your life, to break free from what's holding you back, and to create a future where you feel empowered. And on that note, we want to thank you for joining us on this episode of Toxic Till the End. If you're feeling stuck or need some support, remember, reaching out is the first step toward healing. You don't have to go through this journey by yourself. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our future episodes. We'll continue to tackle these tough topics and offer solutions that can help you take back control. Until next time, stay strong and remember, toxic doesn't have to be forever. Thanks for listening.